Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today we have another Fantastic Four Marvel Legends figure review, but here's the thing. Alright, sorry, that was an awful joke, but we are going to be reviewing The Thing, Ben Grimm, his action figure from Marvel Legends Fantastic Four, the first step. So this is the third of four figure reviews I am doing prior to the release of the movie in just a few days now. If you haven't already checked them out, I've reviewed Reed Richards and Sue Storm on my channel, so definitely jump over to check those videos out after this one. But before we get in, just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button down below to show your support in the channel. But let's go ahead, let's jump in and take a look at Ben Grimm. The Thing, Ben Grimm. An absolutely awesome figure. Just taking a look at him in the box. Really excited to get him open. And the one thing I want to call out is, coming from the Star Wars Black Series world, I thought for sure this was going to be at that deluxe $33.99 price point, and he wasn't. He's a $24.99 figure, even though when you pick up this box, the weight of it is significantly heavier than the other Fantastic Four members. So despite this figure being larger and heavier and obviously more expensive to produce than these other figures given his size, he is not a deluxe. He's a standard figure, which is awesome. As for the box, it's identical to the rest, with that nice retro futuristic look and the weathering. You have a good look of his likeness there, and then on the back you have the full look of Ben Grimm's The Thing. And then again on the side here, I'm so excited about how he turned out. Obviously, in the last few Fantastic Four movies, The Thing could never really quite be captured on screen and look good. But whatever, practical suit plus special effects they've done for this character for the first steps, they nailed it. I mean, he looks exactly like he does in the comics. The head mold is just incredible. So really, really happy with how he looks, not only as a figure, but also for the movie. So we are just a day away from the release of this movie. So let's go ahead and crack him open and see what Ben Grimm's The Thing is all about. Okay, The Thing. Man, is this figure amazing. Again, he comes with a swappable pair of hands. These are open hands, so you can get those on if you don't want the fist look. However, I'm going to keep the fist look for now. Those are the only accessories that he comes with, which makes sense because his fantastic ability is, him turning into a rock and being super strong. There isn't much Hasbro can do to reflect that in accessories. However, the figure itself, the mold on this is just absolutely stellar. Capturing the rock detail, I'm sure, was not easy, but they killed it. As they have with this entire line, they've done an amazing job. And just look at that head mold there. Really, really awesome. As for his suit, he is just a pantsed version of him, even though in the movie he does at one point wear a shirt. You can see his logo is on his thigh there, and then his boots cut off at the ankles. But it goes around, similar mold on both sides there. So again, similar to the other characters, I wonder, because Doomsday, we are apparently getting all four members again, I'm sure they're not going to be identical, but also I don't know if they're going to have new suits. Maybe they will. But for Doomsday, I'm sure all four of these figures will have slightly different versions of them. Maybe giving you some of the aspects we're missing with this first four figures. But really the main thing here for this figure is his articulation, right? And obviously the rock mold looks great, but how are you doing in terms of articulation? And this one has a ton. So you have the thigh swivels, you have double jointed legs, getting almost identical articulation to Reed and Sue. His ankles are where the massive articulation comes in, to where you can get some crazy poses. So they can go, all the way there, and then obviously they can turn. So as I had him in his first pose, I had his foot kind of forward and then also turned. So you can get that great look. As for the ab crunch, obviously he's not moving much. You got him here, and then he comes down just a little bit. However, there is a slight hack that you can do because his body does rotate 360 degrees. So you can bring him to the front there and then turn his body and hold the ab there back and then crunch that, and now you can really get a lower ab crunch. So if you do want to get him into a more dynamic pose where you want that ab crunch to go lower, you can just twist it. And because the main body here will cover the ab, you're not really missing out on any detail there. As for the arms, they go up all the way. You do have the bicep break, and then again, look, 90 degrees there on the arms. They don't go any further, but I think that's really all you need in terms of the thing's articulation. So all around great. Head kind of swivels there, 360 degrees, not much else, so you don't get too much motion front and back there. But again, I think having those legs and the arms be super articulated is what you're going to be looking for with this figure, and it delivers. So really, really happy. Again, I sound like a broken record with these Fantastic Four figures, but I can't compliment them enough. They did a great job, top to bottom. And we got one more left to review. We're going to take a look at Johnny Storm tomorrow. But this is probably, I don't know, maybe Mr. Fantastic's my favorite. Those stretchy arms are pretty awesome. But this one's probably a close second. So really awesome figure. So what are my final thoughts on Ben Grimm, the Thing? This figure is super, super cool. I think the rock detailing and molding throughout this figure is just immaculate. I think they absolutely killed it. I guess the one negative is obviously you don't have a great ab crunch, but as I showed you in the video, you just give him a little turn and then twist the body back around, you can get that ab crunch that you're looking for. So it's not perfect, but I think the detailing alone and the rock molding is worth it for that slight downside of a bad ab crunch. But likeness, the suit, he's just wearing pants in this one, they killed it. I mean, these figures really haven't missed yet. They look great, and they look great together. So 3 for 3. Ben Grimm's The Thing is perfect. And yeah, again, definitely one you're going to have to add to the collection if you're an MCU fan. So really happy with this one. So with that said, definitely hit the subscribe button down below so you can stay tuned for more content on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button while you're down there. But just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. We are just a day away from the release of the Fantastic Four, so I hope you are excited like I am. Definitely get your tickets if you haven't already. See you at the movie theater. Thanks for watching.